9 News at 9 starts right now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Dozens of people are out of their homes tonight after an apartment complex in Englewood flooded.
9 News reporter Rhea Jha is out there for us. And Rhea, police are telling you that this was intentional.
Yeah, they believe someone stole or damaged part of the building's fire suppression system, causing water to flow out and flood every single floor below it.
Yeah, I was laying down in the bed and then my cat started running to the door and I could just hear like a rush.
And Donovan Tate hasn't seen his cat since then.
At about 8:30 this morning, officers were dispatched regarding an incident where a fire suppression system was tampered with, thus causing the building to flood.
Look at this. I just instantly pulled out my phone because I knew the water was gonna come through my door. Bro, my apartment is flooding right now, dog. No more than 2 minutes, like the rest of the apartment was covered in water. But I had to get ready for work too. That's what I was initially waking up to do. So I instantly grabbed my hampers, put them up and just got dressed on the bed.
Donovan lives on the 5th floor at Parkview Towers. Englewood Police Chief Dave Jackson says the flooding was caused by vandalism to the building's fire suppression system on Donovan's floor.
We are not looking at this as an accidental situation, whether this was tampered with for property damage, to cause destruction, or to steal something. We're not quite sure. We're still looking into it.
Every apartment from the 5th floor down.
So it was wet by the time that I even turned around.
Flooded so bad, officials later deemed the whole building uninhabitable.
They're assessing that right now. We don't know how long the thing will be like this, the property will be like this, but we expect at least a week.
The complex has 55 residents who will all now have to stay somewhere else.
You basically have 5 p.m. to move everything out. I just really feel bad for the people who are probably struggling to get out of work right now, and it's time's crunching. We gotta take the suitcases down.
Some people left with suitcases, others seem to be out for good.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Where's your cat, man? I know they want
The cats are, I don't know where they're at. They could be under the couch. They're just probably still in shock, don't know what's going on.
The cats and everyone else in the building. Many of the people we spoke with said they're now staying with family or friends, but property management did say they did have hotel vouchers for everyone that wasn't. Officials did say it would be 1 week until people could go back in, but there is a remediation team that will actually assess the damage and see how long it could be. Reporting live in Englewood, Rhea Jha, 9 News.
Tonight, we're learning more about what happened inside the Edge at Lowry Apartments in Aurora. The night, more than a dozen people are accused of kidnapping and torturing a man and woman who lived there. One of the suspects was in Arapahoe County Court today. During that hearing, 2 Aurora police officers and a detective testified that the victims came home on the night of December 16th and found a crowd of people waiting for them, including about a dozen men holding guns. They said the men forced them into an apartment, bound their hands and feet, and held them there at gunpoint for more than 2 hours. They also said the man and woman were tortured, including being pistol whipped in their head. Ultimately, the officers testified that the 2 were robbed and their apartment was completely ransacked before they were eventually released. As for why this all happened, the APD officer said today the suspects were mad about a woman the video had filmed that someone else posted on TikTok. They said that person was threatened earlier that week and as a result fled to Miami.
The snow has arrived once again. 9 News meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen caught this squall moving through Woodland Park this afternoon. While the heavier stuff falls in the high country, we've seen some flurries in the metro area, a system that's not quite done with us yet. I think it's perfect weather for the Rockies home opener tomorrow. Got that tarp down. Oh, this could be interesting, Kathy. I think, probably there's going to be a bunch of people in Lodo with their banquet blankets on, and they're going to be feeling warm, even though it's not.
It's right. It's a good attitude. You got something warm to drink, something warm to eat, and you go dressed appropriately. And this is not our first rodeo in terms of spring baseball, so it will be an interesting day for sure. Snow has come to an end in Denver. We're getting a little bit of a break from the rain and snow tonight, but don't be fooled. It comes back tomorrow morning about mid-morning, about 9-10 o'clock. So we've issued a weather impact alert for the day because of snow showers that will impact travel in and out of DIA. Hundreds of flights canceled and delayed today due to the snow. Temperatures are also another feature of this forecast at 29 currently in Denver. So yeah, this is a cold system that continues to bring rain and snow out on the eastern plains. Heavier bands have moved away from the metro area. Not entirely calm and quiet, but much improved over what we saw with that moderate band and burst of snow around 6 o'clock tonight. So again, we get a little bit of a break. Come 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, though, the rain and snow showers come back in. They continue off and on all day, and then it is tomorrow night we've got the best chance at seeing accumulation here in the city. Temperatures don't move a whole lot over the next few hours. Weather headlines include more rain and snow on the way, a mountain snow forecast for you, and details on the Rockies home opener tomorrow.
The U.S. stock market is reeling from its biggest one-day drop in 5 years. The fear is that President Trump's new trade war against the entire world is going to start a global recession. The Dow dropped nearly 4% today. NASDAQ fell almost 6%. The S&P 500 just shy of 5%. Investors particularly dumped shares of companies they predict will suffer the most, like retailers, clothing, airlines, and tech companies. Americans are expected to reduce their spending because tariffs will lead to higher prices. Denver-based VF Corporation lost more than 28% of its value today. VF uses overseas manufacturing for most of its brands, including North Face, Timberland, and Vans. Despite today's huge stock sell-off, President Trump is doubling down.
I think it's going very well. It was an operation, like when a patient gets operated on, and it's a big thing. The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom, and the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal?
President Trump has argued that huge tariffs will lead companies to start making more of their products in America. Economic experts say it would take years to set up the proper infrastructure for that to happen, and only at that point would prices for Americans go down.
New tonight, senators have now introduced bipartisan legislation to grant Congress more power over instituting tariffs on other countries. The bill, co-sponsored by Senators Maria Cantwell and Chuck Grassley, would reaffirm the role of Congress in setting and approving trade policy. If passed, the Trade Review Act of 2025 would require the president to notify lawmakers of an increase in tariffs within 48 hours, explain the reasoning, and provide analysis of the impact on American businesses and buyers. Congress would then need to pass a joint resolution of approval for the new tariffs within 60 days.
New tonight, a resource that helped people on their path towards citizenship is no longer available. Our partners at the Denver Gazette say Community College of Aurora is dropping its citizenship classes after the loss of a Department of Homeland Security grant that funded the classes. It was part of the college's adult learning program. It included an English as a second language and a GED class, which are helpful for people seeking U.S. citizenship. The $100,000 grant allowed the college to host 8 classes per year over the past 2 years. The college told the Gazette the grant's termination is directly impacting 7 students who are starting that path towards citizenship this spring.
The driver on trial for hitting and killing a Team USA cycling star, Magnus White, took the stand today. Yeva Simolanska told the court she's had a hard time accepting that she hit and killed the 17-year-old in Boulder County in 2023. She testified when she learned what happened, she completely shut off. Simolanska claims she was not drunk that morning, even though it was just a few hours after she was drinking and partying with a friend. Prosecutors say she fell asleep at the wheel. They've charged her with reckless vehicular homicide. Smolensk will be back on the stand tomorrow. Jury deliberations could begin tomorrow as well.
Here's another live look at Coors Field. They've got the tarp down, keep that field crispy and dry for tomorrow's home opener. Countdown's on for the first pitch, and it's going to be interesting weather out there.
But we know fans will be downtown, even if it means they have to bundle up to do it. 9 News reporter Colton Chavez takes us to one place downtown where they may be able to stay warm.
Bartenders here at the Giggling Grizzly in Denver tell me they expect their customers to be bundling up for opening day. But they also tell me that's not technically a bad thing.
Historically, it's the busiest day of the year downtown.
Bartenders are hoping customers will bear one of the coldest opening days in history for the Rockies.
You know, sort of the start of spring downtown. So despite the weather this year.
Sarah Gustafson is a bartender here at the Giggling Grizzly.
This will be my 9th opening day downtown.
It's also not her first time where the weather in Denver hasn't played ball for the big day.
This will be either my 2nd or 3rd snow opening day here, so.
She says the cold weather could actually work to their advantage.
Sometimes it's better for us because it might keep some people that, people were maybe going to go to the game, it might keep them here and watching it on the TVs versus actually going.
That's why she's working the night before, prepping for what the storm could bring.
Cutting all the fruit, basically making sure for tomorrow everything's ready to go. The bar is fully stocked just so we don't have to leave the bar any more than necessary. Extra staff, always we anticipate this day being a lot busier than an average baseball game.
Sarah says she's rooting for a big day behind the bar.
Oh, I'm always excited to work opening day. Like I said, it's a day a lot of bartenders look forward to after the winter being kind of slow downtown.
Hoping it's just the start to a very busy baseball season in Denver.
The weather's the one thing that we really don't have any control over, so you just sort of got to make the best of it.
In Denver, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
We will be bringing you 10 Rockies games this season on KTVD Channel 20. 5 of those games will also air on 9 News. First game on our air is May 23rd when the Rockies host the New York Yankees.